Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? Now, normally I don't talk about rumors that much, but in this case, I'm going to be talking about the upcoming iPhone 7, and there was an article which linked in the description below, where the article was mentioning that there's a slight chance that the next iPhone 7 could possibly maybe be water resistant because there was a new patent that was just released and filed and basically it had this technique where like the every port would be covered, like the headphone jack and the lightning connector, it'll be covered, and then when you start plugging those devices in or those cables in, the headphones and then the charger, it's gonna break that cover open, so that way the opening is available in order to plug your stuff in. And then when you unplug the lightning connector and the headphones, then they have like this elastomer technique that they described, where it basically reforms itself so that way all the ports are nice and covered, and that way like if you were to get any water being splashed into those areas, your ports are going to stay protected, and you're not going to get water damage anywhere. And as far as like the rest of the phone, meaning like the home button and the sleep wake buttons, I mean they might find a seal for those as well, but mainly they were talking about like the ports in this article, and I just find this kind of water resistant technique a little bit strange, and I don't know how well it's gonna work out. But then again, who knows what Apple is up to? Because I mean, this article stated that they're falling behind in the competition in terms of water resistant devices out there. But you even have some out there that are waterproof, where like you don't even need a waterproof case at all. So for the iPhone to be water resistant, I mean that would be great if Apple were to do that. But for device to be water resistant, you basically have to put like port covers over there, or make sure that like they are waterproof covers or water resistant. And to see this kind of technique where the seal, it'll just reform itself again, it sounds like a piece of rubber, kind of like an elastic band that would basically reform itself. That way the seal is nice and covered, and it only opens up when you start plugging stuff in there. I don't know how that would work. I can already think that the material will probably eventually get sticky, and then it'll start sticking into the ports themselves, and then next thing you know, you'll have issues plugging your stuff in there. But then again, that's just me. I'm not 100% sure how this kind of technique works. But, it's strange but very interesting at the same time. Although I don't know if that would be an official method to make devices water resistant. And whether Apple does make the choice to go this route, I mean, I'm just not 100% sure about this kind of technique. I mean, I've heard of Liquipel. I mean, that was a company where like you send your device in and then they make it water resistant, so if you were to drop it inside the cup, take it out, more than likely your device won't get water damage, although it's not perfect because I have seen some results from Liquipel where people actually did this test by submerging their device into a glass of water, and next thing you know, within several hours or so after, then the device started malfunctioning a little bit odd. And then again, water resistant techniques, I'm assuming is not waterproof, because if you were to submerge the whole thing and then just left it in there for a certain amount of time, and under the maximum height that it can go through, like how deep it can be inside the water before it starts getting water damage, and then to stop functioning properly, I mean that seems like a little bit of an issue right there. I mean, this elastomer technique, I've never heard anything like it before, but I'm assuming it might not go so well as companies may and thought it will be. But who knows? I could be wrong because I just heard of this for the first time. I don't know if any of you have heard of anything like this for water resistant technologies or methods, I should say. But in terms of this one, I found it a bit odd and just wanted to see what you guys had to say about it. If you heard of anything like this, or if this is like the same thing as liquid pellet except it's got like port coverings. I mean, I don't read a lot about water resistant methods out there because more than likely, like when I'm concerned about liquid, I would just get like a device that will make my phone waterproof, and that way I'll be able to take it inside the water and then basically just record video underwater when I'm swimming in the ocean. Believe it or not, I mean that's what people buy waterproof cases for. Other than they want it for daily use, and that when they're near liquid all the time, that they don't want their device to get wet and get water damage, mainly lifeguards. So what do you guys think about this elastomer technique, where the covers reforms after you unplug the lightning connector and the headphone jack? I mean, leave a comment down below. And do you think that the next iPhone will be water resistant or waterproof, or be in a certain design where it's not going to get water damage? I'd like to see what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.